Hello, welcome to Wicked Wednesdays. This is episode 3 in our podcast series. This one is going to be maybe a little creepier than the last. We'll find out. I thought it was creepy, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Anyways, disclaimer, this is not for children. It's kind of creepy, so viewer discretion is advised. That being said, welcome. This episode is called The Boogeyman. Let's get started. It's red. It's supposed to be blue. What the heck's going on? Dude, look at this. Are you okay? Who the are you? I'm sorry to tell you this, but the man you thought was your father was never going to be a part of the equation. He went out for a beer one night and never came back, right? That's what your mother told you? Well, they all say similar things, but really, he was just one of the many to be taken by my friends and I. They call us the Boogeyman. We took your father. See, my friends and I, we have this deal with humanity. You give up some of your people when we want them, and we won't interrupt the lives you're so scared of losing. Which, honestly, doesn't make much sense to me. Death isn't actually the end of anything anyway, but I digress. You humans are a strange bunch, that's for sure. But you're also really a good source of energy. Be it through manipulating your emotions, manual labor, or physical violence, you're really good at keeping my friends and I alive. What you call us doesn't really matter, but we prefer the nicknames your children give us. The Boogeyman, the monster in the closet, the scary thing under the bed. It's funny, actually. Even as adults, you still remember the trauma we inflicted on you as babies. How many times have you turned off a hall light and had to forcibly restrain yourself from running? How many times have you turned off your bedroom light to just run and jump into bed so the monster underneath didn't grab you? I know the light makes you feel safer, but it shouldn't. We're just as active in the light as we are in the dark, because that's what we're made of. The light. But don't worry. For most of you, we don't actually want to kill you. If we did, we wouldn't have your energy to snack on and keep us active. See, the darkness of the world may look like an absence of light, but actually, it's just a spectrum of light you can't see with your very limited color vision. It's an absence of the light that you can see. But as for me, well, I'm a different story. Anyway, back to your father. He was one of the many we'd taken, and that's what we like to do when we like to cause a little extra chaos. See, it goes like this. Humanity as a whole is majority monkey, which is a sprinkle of cosmic DNA added into their makeup. That monkey DNA drives the majority of your impulses, mindset, and even emotions, right down to your twisted desire to be different and have an identity. It's very easy to manipulate, and we do so with great joy, because the energy you put off feeds us and keeps us nice and fat. Trust me, there are few things in this world more delicious than an absentee human father. But contrary to what most of you may believe these days, there are way more good fathers out there than you think. So, to fix that little problem, we just kidnap a few of them here and there, so you either grow up without them or grow up to hate them. Your hate is absolutely delicious. Sprinkle some dysfunction in there, and that's my favorite kind of dessert. That one little change in your youth results in a major negative emotion that only gets stronger as you grow, because humans are for the most part stupid and will believe whatever suits their current worldview, regardless of any evidence they may be presented with. Now, not every human is that easy to manipulate. I've met one or two in my day that, regardless of not having a father and being faced with all sorts of heinous situations before them, they still lean into the light and refuse to give in to those primal negative urges. You know the ones. The drinking, the smoking, the drugs and addictions, all of which make it easier for my friends and I to target you. The more discipline a human has, the harder it is for us to gain anything from you. And why would we bother if it's that difficult? A lion would sooner eat a wounded deer than chase down a zebra at 45 miles an hour. It's way too much effort, and there are way more wounded deer than there are zebras. The zebras usually seem to have a little bit larger ratio of cosmic DNA than most. I've heard them called star children and geniuses and psychics before. I don't honestly know what any of those words mean, but it's weird. There's more and more of them these days. Makes it way harder for me to get in a good meal. Either way, it may not be so easy to manipulate everyone, but some people are certainly very easy to control. Their pain, their depression, their anxiety, it's absolutely delicious. But my favorite ones, my favorite flavor of human energy, are the ones who think they're in control. They're not in control. In fact, the farthest thing from it. They are fourth-dimensional souls having a three-dimensional experience, and they can't even see the light that my friends and I are made up of. No, they think they're in control. But without the discipline to keep us out, they have nothing. We've done all sorts of things over the years. We've taken fathers, brainwashed mothers, taken our place in society as the chaos that controls it. We've possessed hundreds of thousands of individuals to do our bidding, and we've gotten away with it longer than any human can remember. You with the social anxiety and the victim mentalities. You with the assumption that everything in life happens to you and that the world itself is against you. You with the agendas and the hate for anyone who disagrees with you. We thrive on your self-importance and your arrogance and your lies. You can't even define simple words anymore that your society agreed upon long ago. We love your confusion. We love your anger. We love your fear. Because in the end, that's why we do what we do. To make you afraid. You're so self-important. So self-important. You don't even understand what we are or how we behave. You just assume that everything you say and do is all driven by you. Well, you're wrong. Call us whatever you want to. Aliens, demons, the boogeyman. It doesn't matter. Because when the end comes, and eventually it will come, we will be all that's left. When your star explodes, when your planet dies, you fragile little things will wither away like the ignorant little animals that you are, and we will prevail. That's right. I took your father, because just like you, he was an insignificant pawn in the human consciousness that was not strong enough to resist us. And why am I telling you this? Well, I've been watching you over the years. You're a pretty strong little deer. Maybe wounded, but you keep fighting back. You're still running with a half-broken leg. It's fascinating, actually. I'm surprised you don't just drop dead. Not that I'd want you to, after all. I go hungry if you all die. My goal is to keep you afraid and angry, so you can breed more hate in the world. That's why I'm telling you this. Not that you could do anything to stop us. Just like your father. He tried to stop us. He tried to fight us. For you. But even he couldn't withstand our torture. So keep living your life. Don't change a thing about it. Hate people, be afraid, stay angry. After all, not like there's anything better to do anyways.